The assumption that women are naturally better caregivers.
Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. If you do go on to enjoy today's video and want more content like this, then feel free to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We start off with a clip that will truly baffle you. On Good Morning Britain, Piers Morgan was apparently referring to someone and using the wrong pronoun. He was supposed to use they. This confused him because he was only referring to one person, and they are used for a number of people. Let's see how this one plays out.
She was going to be put forward for an Emmy.
Hang on a moment, you corrected Piers' language.
I believe Asia is they. Although I don't know Asia personally, but I believe they are they. So they use the pronoun they to introduce themselves.
But they's plural.
Not always. Apparently they has been used as a singular for many, many years. I think the idea that non-binary identity... I should say I'm not non-binary, by the way. Maybe there should be somebody non-binary on, I don't know. But,
Okay, well let me use the... Okay, so they...
This time we have a feminist who was doing a speech and ended up saying something very questionable in her speech. She claimed herself to be a white person of color. Yes, those exact words. These people are really full of surprises. You will not believe what you're about to hear.
When people first meet me, they assume that I'm white from my skin tone.
Well, duh.
I was born to a Caucasian mother whose grandparents migrated from Croatia to the States. During my youth, my family and I would attend many Lebanese gatherings that made me respect my father's culture. I realized that from the handful of people in my class that knew I was half Arab, none of them looked at me throughout the duration of the film. They did not see an Arab girl in their classroom. They saw an innocent, doe-eyed white girl, just like the other ones in the classroom. As a white woman of color, I feel like I'm able to speak about the problems that Muslim and Arab Americans feel through bigot and racist people. I hope that my people allow me to become a voice for them.
Next up, we have a really angry feminist, and she had the red hair to go with her fiery temper. She was on the streets shouting at people and then proceeded to have a big rant about patriarchy, fighting for women, and all that typical feminist stuff. She just looks like a crazy person. Just see it for yourself.
Feminists do not want you to lose custody of your children. The assumption that women are naturally better caregivers is part of patriarchy. Feminists do not like commercials in which bumbling dads mess up the laundry and competent wives have to bustle in and fix it. The assumption that women...
Now we have a feminist who came onto Fox News, and she claims that it is really inappropriate for people, including experts, to say that breastfeeding is natural. She says that also the men are allowed to and should be able to feed the children. She clearly doesn't know one really important fact on why the expert statement is correct.
Well, breastfeeding doesn't come naturally, as pediatricians will tell you. It's not exactly easy. There are lactation specialists out there. There's a whole industry out there. So breastfeeding isn't exactly natural. It doesn't come naturally to women. So what they're saying is, which I'm so happy there's a study out there that are finally letting women not have this guilt trip, that it's okay to hand the formula over to daddy, to the men, and it's natural for a man to feed a baby. So they're saying that only a woman able to feed a child is inappropriate. It's unethical and inappropriate, and I'm so glad that women are let off the hook. Finally.
I mean, it's not unethical or inappropriate, whatever those words mean. I mean, it's the opinion of some physicians that breast milk is...
Here we have a complete snowflake of a feminist who wanted a documentary to get banned. This documentary caught everyone by surprise, as it highlighted men's issues, and how their issues tend to be overlooked because of women's issues and the feminist movement. This feminist, though, thinks that this is nonsense.
You think it should be banned?
Well, yes, I do, because
so
I think if it does... I think if it does, no. I think if it offends, intimidates, or insults people, and it is not in the matter of public interest, I have no problems with this being banned.
People just got to stop being so hypocritical. You can't just say, let's ban it because I don't like what...
This is a feminist who somehow found herself surrounded around people she does not agree with. She just starts screaming and shouting in front of them and making such a huge noise. Everyone else is just provoking her and chanting USA. This woman really looked and sounded crazy. There was no sign of this woman keeping quiet anytime soon. We go now to a women's protest, which was happening right in front of the White House, as the women were protesting against Donald Trump. There was one lady in particular who had a poster that read, "Build bridges, not walls." She was asked about her stance on the borders and the like, and well, it was very clear that she was very lost when it comes to this particular field.
So you don't like the wall, but you do like the idea of increased border security?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that would be fine.
What would be something, I guess, that you would prescribe in order to have stricter border security then?
Well, what's the border security for?
To keep people that we don't want in the country out of the country.
Who don't you want in the country?
People that commit crimes.
Okay, most of the people that are coming across the border are hoping to escape.
Wouldn't that be an illegal crossing, though, making them criminals then?
I don't believe we should criminalize it.
Milo Yiannopoulos had some things to say about feminists, and it was really funny. He basically calls them really lazy because he literally made a guide for them which shows how they can beat him in a debate or argument, but yet they still don't do it, and instead use their usual weird virtue signaling stuff.
Literally so confident am I, you know, that they are the most intellectually lazy people on the planet. I wrote them a guide on how to beat me. I tweet it every week.
Here are a pair of SJWs who were giving praise to a politician. They were asked about what it is they like about her, and more specifically what their favorite decision of hers that she has made. They were frozen by that question, but what followed after was pretty funny too. It completely made them look clueless.
Pinnacle of women's rights, and honestly she is such an inspiration, so I really do.
What's one of her favorite decisions of yours?
No, I'm not sure.
I've noticed that because I've seen people with the shirts that have, like, you know, the notorious RBG stuff on them. I feel like she's almost an icon within your side of the aisle, but no one seems to know anything that she's ever written an opinion on, or
To know a specific opinion, but I think it's important to know what she what she stands for, and I think you don't need to like.
Wouldn't knowing an opinion be knowing what she stands for?
I don't think you need to. I don't.
We conclude the video with Charlie Kirk being asked a question at a panel. He was challenged by someone in the crowd, and he tried to argue against a statement that Charlie had made earlier about abortion. But when Charlie posed the guy with a counter-argument, the guy very quickly avoided the whole topic altogether.
The first one, I say, a celebration of a pregnancy, why do we call that event a baby shower, not a fetus shower?
Right, so that in itself sounds like, oh, right, well, that means there's a cultural acceptance of the idea that it's a baby pre-birth, but that's just a linguistic cultural way. So I call it, I'm pro-choice, for example, but I would still call it a baby shower. That doesn't mean I culturally accept the idea that it's a baby pre-birth. I'm just using a linguistic standard.
There's deeper meaning, though. Let's play this out. It's fun. So if the individual that has the baby shower decides right after the baby shower to have an abortion, what is that inside of her called?
I don't want to do this, if that's all right. I don't want to do abortion.
I know, but you see all this.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and much more. Goodbye for now, and we'll see you next time.